Hey everybody, it's Pops from Third Gen Aquatics. We're here at Fish&Friends. Showcase some of the store today. I kind of came through a little bit earlier to scope some things out. All right, so we are going to go down through and showcase some of the stocking today. Got some Frontosa up here, red Frontosa. Wait till you see this grumpy guy down a little further. I wanted to capture a couple photos of him. He is the grumpiest fish I think I've ever seen. We have some guys down here, rope fish, rice fish. Sorry if there's any glare, I'm just trying to get this in here. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh. Humphrey. He would be a Humphrey. Zoom back out. I'm going to kind of pace down through. I have some true parrot cichlids in here. These guys are really neat. The cichlid charmer on YouTube has full-size one he calls Buck. Really amazing little parrot cichlid. They're cool. Got some yellow guys here, lemons, or sorted peacocks. Really pretty coloring on these guys too. Guppies. Zoom back out. Some more peacocks. All right. Pause, go around the next aisle. Now we'll switch over here to the other side. Now these tanks are in place, set up on stands, and they have not, they have all the air ran to them, but the plumbing for the water, not yet. But Blake's working on that. The other side of the store we'll get over to, the other side has a bunch of them with water in it. They're getting ready to be stocked, I believe, shortly. But here's some of the dry goods section. You have heaters, pumps, tanks, you know, a bunch of dry goods here. All your chemical stuff, aquarium co-op stuff, food galore. Only some of the best brands. That's what we use here, the extreme stuff. And some merch on the side. Then we have the koi pond here in the middle. These are 25% off until further notice, because they will end up going into a different tote. I believe this one sprung some sort of a leak. There was an issue with it, but there was another one at the front of the store these will be going into. But as of today, they are still 25% off. Get them while they're still here. All right, we're gonna go over to middle aisle here. And so we have some of these plush toys too. We got one of these for our grandson, a little Pleco guy for him who, you know, loves watching the fish as well. There's a neon tetras, some rosy reds. Go up. There's some discus guys. Good coloring on them too. All right. Some of the larger, more colorful snake skins here. Some parrots, bud parrots here. We have a whole bunch of varieties. There's a lot of fish in this store, guys. You know, you just kind of pan through Central American cichlids, Africans, another plushie. Rope fish. You have mollies, platies. There's some polar blue parrots. These guys are really neat. This is what my wife has, some polar blues in her little tank. Great personality on those guys too. Dawn tetras. Electric blue Jack Dempsey's. Look at that. Get my face out of there for a second. Just beautiful. Scroll up through here. There's one of the plecos. Pleco plush. I'm sure you'll see his in one of the videos we have coming up. It's the yellow and black one, I believe, that we had gotten for him. Some red-headed Tapajos. Some Brahmies. Oh, where's the, I want to see, here they are, the lyre tail. Again, with me in the background, but these lyre tail cichlids, this video's not doing them justice, but these things are beautiful. Even so the picture there, showing the yellowish bodies and the blue tipping on the fins. They are really pretty fish. Just need to see some of the really cool different types. We're gonna roll around. There's the tote, the new tote for the koi and pondfish type stuff. Once we can get them down, sold enough to get into that smaller bin, then that's where they end up going. So scroll across here. So these are some of the tanks that are coming up, coming soon. So you have some sand, some substrate in them, and then filters, sponge filters going in there. Racks and racks and racks of them. Plumbed in, water coming in, airlines coming in. So here, the blue acara. So these are what they consider the wild caught blue acara. I have a bunch of these in my tank now too. And they do color up a little bit more, you know, once you get them set up and home. But they are, I like them better than the electric blues. Personally, I've had a lot of really great luck with them. They're fantastic acara, but they are wild source blue acara. And there's white parrots over here. It's kind of wild. They're pretty streamlined for being, whoop, about as spooky as parrots usually are. We showcase Garrett's flower horn. He got from Blake, Fish&Friends. So the real brilliant coloring on these flower horns. They're fairly small currently. They will get quite large, but just the coloring is just gorgeous on these guys. You know, me personally, I don't like the hump style fish, but everybody has their thing. Gunther's mouth brooders. Yeah, if the flower horns didn't get that big hump on the top, you know, when they stayed like that with that kind of coloring, I'd be all about it. That coloring is just awesome. And typically, you know, if you keep any kind of cichlids, you end up, the more color and the more pretty they are, the more attitude problem they have. So, and here's a bunch of peacocks, real big peacocks too. OBs, some blue coloring, yellow, orange, Kenyai up here. We'll skip past this. Go over some Danios, red-tailed Rasboras. I like the Rasboras. They're a neat breed of fish. And not only that, Rummy Nose Tetra. I have some of them in my 40 gallon too. And I have one of these guys who still has all his speckles and spots, but that's what he'll end up looking like shortly. The white spotted cichlid. See, he still looks like this currently, but he'll end up having the blue face with the yellow stripe or a white stripe down. But we're getting close to the reason we're here today, and the reason being my birthday's coming up and Father's Day is coming up, and my beautiful wife wanted to bless me with something I've always wanted to be able to keep, and that are discus. Just gorgeous coloring. And of course, Fish&Friends is keeping some amazing quality discus fish. I haven't seen quite this kind of quality or coloring options in the area for any of the stores I've been to. So there's another tank over here. The same size. Just stunning. So we're gonna bring over Blake and we'll have a talk with him about getting some of these fish. Blake Stevens, Fish&Friends here, owner and shop manager and all of the above.
All the things.
So, first time on our channel, Third Gen Aquatics, but you know my son as well, Eric. So, you can tell us a little bit about how you got started and how you decided this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've always had fish, but you know me through the club for a while, so I was the president. I hated what I was doing for a living, so I'm like, why don't we try something like this? I got word that here in the mall, the rent was dirt cheap, and I'm like, well, just for fun, let's just go check it out. So, came in, looked at the store, and I just envisioned it right away. It just looked like the layout for a fish store, and one thing led to another, and about a year later, here we are. We got about a week left to our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
It's getting there.
It's wild, though, that it's been almost a year.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the first startup was starting, and you guys were going through all the troubles with things, with trying to get the lease secured.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff here too. Like that was a whole mess in itself. But we were all pulling for it. It was like, oh, this is gonna be really cool. And if anybody's gonna do it, Blake's gonna do it, and he's gonna do it to the like. Again, the motto is really a fish store run by hobbyists for other hobbyists.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm still fairly, in the grand scheme of things, I'm still fairly new into it, and Garrett is as well. But we were just so excited about this being an option, to be able to come down here. And I asked you for advice on things just earlier as well. So, but this has been a great experience to be able to come down to Hanover, PA, and check you out. And expansion here. Tell me a little bit about the timeline for that.
Yeah. So we've gotten, I don't remember offhand how many. I think it's 81 tanks on this side about to be coming up. We got water in all of them besides this section. We're still cutting dividers, so this is going to be our betta section. Okay. So we're cutting glass dividers for that yet, but there's water in all the rest of these tanks. We're working on getting substrate in them. I got all the boxes of lights back there ready to go, so once I get that all hooked up, I'm hoping, I have a fish that will be coming in this Sunday night, so I'm hoping I can start putting some of the stuff in here, because that's going to help the section to store, so it's not like, okay, well there's discus, there's frontosa, there's discus again. It'll actually be like, there's like your live bears, there's your nano fish, and then we'll do an actual like discus section, so it'll be like the store definitely more organized for sure. It'll just look a lot cleaner.
Yeah, we were going down through, I was showcasing some of the tanks on the way down through, and and some rhyme or reason to it, but not a lot. Right
No, it's
now,
basically like,
so.
hey, this is where I had a tank open, and that's why I start mixing stuff. And that's usually like 2 or 3 days before shipment. I'm just running around the store trying to find out what can I put with each other to save some space. And this would be so much nicer having all these extra tanks, because like right now we have 168 tanks running, and when you think, okay, that's a lot of tanks, but once you start ordering fish, 168 tanks doesn't go very far for what all's out there.
No, and when you say 168 tanks, like when we just walk through, and it doesn't feel like there's
No, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know if it's because there are 40 breeders, which in one aspect's not a huge tank, but when you have 168 of them, I think you just see like one big tank. You don't envision there's 168 of them around. Then once all these other 20s, and then there's a rack of 10s over there, it's gonna be for shrimp. But once they're all run, that'll be 342. And even then, I don't think it looks like there's 342 tanks sitting around.
No. When you say it, it feels
It's like, oh my god,
overwhelming.
huge.
Right?
Yeah.
It feels huge. The 40 breeder is actually one of my favorite tanks.
Oh, the footprint's
It's
phenomenal.
So
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah, I'd take that over a 55 standard 40 any day. That's definitely one of my favorites as well. I had a couple of them in my personal fish room.
Yeah, I have my axolotls in a 40 breeder, and my planet tank with all the nano fish in it, a 40 breeder. Excellent size. I love that. I love to see them. And you said like 81 tanks over here too, and again, you look at it and like,
like
just there's probably like, I don't know, 20, 30 tanks down here, but 81, that's, it's wild. So we are here, we're going to get some discus. As, again, I said earlier, my wife's gift to me for being such a great dad, and just an amazing guy, and...
Pretty sure I heard her saying all that when she came in.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah, I know. It's just
amazing
husband.
husband.
Yeah. She's just wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And for her to say such kind, sweet things.
I agree. You definitely got yourself a good one there, buddy.
So I'm gonna show you some of the ones we want to get. I think it's 4 out of this tank, and then 1 out of this tank.
Okay.
So, we'll get set up. We'll get those pulled out, because I'm sure that's going to be a challenge in itself. We don't want to get any water on the camera, so we'll do that, and then we'll get back to you. We'll probably follow up at checkout, and then again once we get home. We'll roll in some more. We got the North Fin pellets for them. They're all bagged up and ready to come home. Blake's doing his thing. All right. We'll check back in when we get to the house. All right, we're back here at the house. I have all the discus in the 125 Amazon River tank with Sun-Kissed. He's happy to have friends again. And Hoover pouting in the back. And all the discus acclimating into the warmer water after getting them back. Still nice and colored up, love it. And we'll see once they're in and settled, we'll get some more video footage of them. Okay, it's time to start putting them in. We got the blue diamond with the light blue, neon blue on its forehead. We'll put that guy in first. Now with all my fish, I do the plop and drop method. Get them out of the bag. I never put any tank water in my tanks from any other location. Best thing you can do is keep your water quality clean. There he is. Oh, easy. Kind of hard to see inside the net there, but get him in the tank here. There you go. Up, swim out the other way. There you go. First guy in. Let's get the rest of them in there. Sun-Kissed is making friends. That's good. He's a little puffed up, but he's going to be really distraught once we get all of them in there. I'm going to grab my pair of scissors. Tearing the bag just wasn't cutting it, so I had to grab the scissors. These are the pigeons with the marbling. This guy's got a little bit more like the white and the blue in towards the end of the tail. Ah, yeah, gorgeous. There you go. Another one in. Got this yellow-orange guy here too. Also great coloring, great marbling. Good supplier Blake used for this batch. Very, very good supplier. I'm digging the yellow in this tank too. I like the blue diamonds a lot. They're really neat. I have two of them. Here's the second guy. For those of you who don't know, I've wanted discus from the very beginning. If there was an unlimited amount of money, an unlimited amount of wealth of knowledge and tank space and everything else, I was going to do discus. So here I am. Finally, my wife encouraged and pushed me forward to make it happen. And blessed me with this. Woo! You almost tried to get out of there. You're a sprightly one, aren't you? It almost has some green tones in that one. A little bit too. Last one, another reddish orange pigeon. This guy's quite a bit whiter in his colorings, where they would typically have some more of an orange or reddish background. He's got a lot of white, like pure white in him. It's just beautiful. There you go, big guy. Look at that. He might be my favorite of all of them. Look, just phenomenal coloring. This now gives me the chance to fulfill but I really, really wanted to be able to do. This tank is my most well-filtered, pristine tank that I have. So if I'm going to have any chance of making this work the right way, it's going to be this one. Super excited about this. Again, Fish&Friends, Hanover, PA. You got to go check them out. Great place. We'll put all this into one thing and sorry, we'll do some follow-up updates. Yeah, look at him. Sheesh. But we're gonna kick the lights off for now and let them kind of de-stress, settle in. I love it. I'm so excited. Till next time.